Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today we are capping off a week full of lists and giveaways with one of my most requested, most popular video lists I do every year, and it's time to update it for 2024 with some significant changes. As you saw in the thumbnail, we are looking at the top 15 Kizer models, the best models of all time, in my opinion, and we're actually going to be looking at 16 today because I made a little goof as I was putting this list together. I'll explain it when we get to it. But what I did here was I took all Kizer's models, premiums, budgets, all of them, put them together into one list. And I have a really fun list to go over with you guys, followed by a massive 7-knife giveaway. Kizer has been good to this channel. They've supported it for a long time. So I'm going to be giving some of that back to you guys in a really nice 7-knife giveaway. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at number 16, not 15, 16. This is the Kizer Nice Guy. This is one of the newer models to come out of Kizer, and it is easily one of my favorites. I raved about this when it first came out. This is one of the best values in pocket knives. It's an amazing looking pocket knife, an Ozo design. We're looking at a price range of $29 to $59, depending on which version you go with. The steel's going to vary on this. I think there's some D2, some Nitro V, some 154 cm models out there. And we have a 2.84-inch blade. It's actually very similar to this guy right here, the Kizer Brat. It's really like a miniature liner lock version of the Kizer Brat. You might be seeing the Kizer Brat here in a second, but I cannot confirm nor deny that. But this is an amazing little liner lock knife, sub 3 inches, going to be legal in a lot of places. If your state has that 3-inch blade law, this is going to be good for it. And it's just an amazing, amazing knife. Great in the hand, perfect detent on this. I mean, ridiculous action. It's got that awesome push button action that I love. So good, so satisfying. I would really like to see a premium version of this with an inset liner lock and that same detent. That would be amazing. Or a fat carbon version. Kizer, make it happen. But yes, that is the Kizer Nice Guy coming in at number 16. One phenomenal value of a budget knife. And we're going to be cruising along here. I'm going to try and be fast. Coming in at number 15, this is the Kizer Beg Lighter. Now, I have the Tonto version here, but you could also put really any other Beg Lighter into this equation. If I had to pick just one Beg Lighter, this would be it. I love the full-size Tonto version. It's a beautiful blade, slicey hollow grind, nice pointy tip, nice contoured micarta handles, perfect patina going on there. This is an excellent piece, starting at $59 and going up depending on the version. The blade steels I was able to see was 154 or 20 CV, 154 cm for the budgety versions and 20 CV for the premium versions. Just a great size knife, 3.58-inch blade, and guillotine action on that big blade. Awesome detent. This thing is an absolute banger. The Kizer Beg Lighter, any Beg Lighter, but the Tonto takes the cake for me. Coming in at number 14, we have the Kizer Hiccup. And the Hiccup, I think, is still one of the most underrated Kizers of all time. I know there's a lot of people that like it. It's not like a completely under-the-radar knife, but it is just really good, and I don't think it's appreciated by enough people. $82, 154 cm steel, really nice linen micarta, 3.15-inch blade. You have the Trek lock on there, which is one of my favorite versions of the button lock. Reach around approved, thumb studs, blade cutout, front flipper, really nice action. It is just kind of perfect for a budget knife. I mean, when there's so many good things about knives from Kizer, and there's a lot of Kizer knives that nail the fit and finish, that nail the action, that nail the value, nail the ergos, it really just comes down to aesthetics, and this is one that I just think looks pretty damn good. I wouldn't maybe put it as my top best looking Kizer ever, but I think it looks great, and I like the way it feels in hand, and I just like the overall package it presents. The Kizer Hiccup coming in at number 14. Now we're going to get a little classier here with this one. This is another one that I think is pretty underrated. This is the Kizer Clipper. It's just a front flipper, but look at this elegant, gentlemanly front flipper design. I'm a big fan of this, ranging from $68 to $78, 154 cm steel or 3V. I believe this is the 3V version. The 3V version comes in at $78. If you want to spend a little less, you can get that 154 cm version, which I believe comes with my Carta for $68. Reach around approved, perfect front flipper tab with excellent jimping. It is so satisfying to flip this blade out. Really nice blade shape, great edge, nice pocket clip. It's another complete package. It just comes down to, do you like the aesthetics? Do you like the way it looks? If you like the way it looks and you like front flippers, this is an absolute no-brainer for anyone that is truly into front flippers. This is up there with Peñas. This is up there with all of the good front flippers at a much more affordable cost, the Kizer Clipper. Now, coming up next here at number 12, this may surprise some people that this knife is this low on the list, the Kizer Drop Bear. Now, the thing with the Kizer Drop Bear is the Drop Bear is one of the safest knife options you can go with if you're looking for a nice mid-size pocket knife. It's fully ambidextrous with a clip, lefty or righty. It's got the clutch lock, which is a crossbar lock that you can adjust the tension of. The thumb stud action is phenomenal. The design is just very, very clean, simple. It's a really, really good Osmo design. Osmo has designed a lot of the knives. Osmo also designed, if I didn't say it, the Nice Guy. And then, did he design the Hiccup? Yeah, he did. He designed the Hiccup as well. And he designed the Beg Lighter. So Osmo is kind of a little legend within the Kizer community. So he's still killing it. He's still doing a great job. The Drop Bear is just a phenomenal model with so many options, starting at $59, but it goes up to like $200, I think, depending on the version. There's a ton of different steels. They all vary, so pay attention if you're looking at one to see what steel it comes with. The steels range from D2 all the way up to, I think, LC200N. It's insane. Blade length of 2.97 inches, super fidgety, one of the better crossbar locks Kizer has made, or better clutch lock models Kizer has made. Big fan of this, always will be. Kizer Drop Bear coming in at number 12. Now, number 11 is one that, it was one of the first Kizers I bought, not this exact version you're going to see, but it's still a staple in my Kizer collection. And it's this guy right here, the Kizer Gemini, which should be no surprise to anyone. I mean, this is a Ray Laconico design, and it's so clean. It's got all the Ray's design language, and it just looks so damn good. This is the Raffier Noble version, but the Gemini comes in starting at $42 and goes up. The steels are going to vary, N690, S35VN, 154 CM. This version here has S35VN, so it really depends on which model you go with or which version you go with. And a blade length of 3.12 inches. And man, oh man, that nice full flat grind. Excellent, excellent design. Great ergos, nice four-finger grip with not a whole lot of real estate at the bottom of the handle. So for most people, that's going to be nice unless you have really wide hands. Then it may not feel the best for you. But I love it. The Kizer Gemini coming in at number 11. Now, number 10. This knife is a dilemma for me because I want to put it in the top 5. It is the Kizer Doberman, and this is easily one of my favorite Kizer models, but it is also one of the biggest flaws of any Kizer model I've ever come across. Now, with that being said, I still love it. Let's take a look at the quick specs here. We are looking at a price of $82 to $169. There's just two versions. There's this version, and then there's a titanium blackened version. 154 cm blade steel, which is on here, or S35V on the premium. Both of them have a 3.66-inch long blade. This is the problem with the Doberman, is this pocket clip. And it's not the pocket clip. So the pocket clip design, in terms of how it feels in your hand, is great. The problem is right there. That abrupt nub coming from the bottom of the clip. It pulls pretty hard on your pants. Now, it's not necessarily a pants wrecker, but it could be. It could be. I think what I'm going to do here, I've been meaning to do it, but I still haven't done it, is I need to grind kind of like the angle you see on this end of the nub right here needs to be mirrored on this end, so it's not just coming just straight down. Because if you have thick hems whatsoever, they will really catch on this, and it's hard to take out of the pocket sometimes. But if you look past the pocket clip, if you can modify the pocket clip to not have that happen, this is easily one of the best Kizer knives you can get. This thing is running on multi-row bearings. It is stupid smooth. Thumb studs are fantastic. The flipper is minimal and so satisfying. Reverse finger flick is also amazing. It is easily one of my favorite Kizer knives. I really want to see Kizer do more with this. They need to make another version with a revised pocket clip, because I love everything about this. I don't want a mini version. I want this version just improved. A little QCI on this one would be perfect, but I love the Doberman. It might be the most underrated Kizer model ever. It is fantastic. I want to put it higher, but with the pocket clip issue, I just can't. So it is coming in at number 10, the Kizer Doberman. And now we're coming at number 9. And this is that straggler you saw earlier that I said you may or may not see again. This is the Kizer Brat, coming in at $89 for either version you get. There's this version or just a regular black and stonewash blade. We have 154 cm blade steel and a blade length of 3.5 inches. Surprise, surprise, another amazing Osmo design. And this is an integral, which is very important to note. One piece of G10 milled, and this is probably the best budget integral you can get anywhere. The Brat is, I think the one thing people don't like about the Brat is it's just a flipper, but so is the ProTech Malibu, so is the ProTech Mordax, so are some other knives that are amazing that people don't complain about, so I don't have an issue with that one bit. Amazing detent, flies out, very satisfying thwack, it's really good. It's just amazing. Nice full-size knife. You don't really have a choil up there. Don't do that. Just hold it back like this because you have all the jimping you need. A phenomenal piece. One that was hard to keep it as far back as it was. At number 9, it could be higher, but this is just where the chips fell with the Brat. Coming at number 9, the Kizer Brat. Number 8, an iconic model from the Kizer lineup. And I botched the flip. This is the Kizer Sheepdog. This is the mid-size, the original size. So anyone that's been in the game long enough, that knows Kizer long enough, knows that there's 3 sizes of the Sheepdog. There is the XL, which is cool, but it's a little too big for me. The medium, mid-size, original, which is perfect. And then there was the mini Sheepdog. I also would recommend the mini Sheepdog here. That's also a fantastic little knife. Nothing wrong with that. But if I had to pick one size to go with, I would go with the mid-size. And it doesn't matter if it's the crossbar lock version, which is what I have here. I think this is a really, really cool crossbar locking knife. Very stealthy, like the aluminum flat handles with the milling on it, like the thumb stud and the blade cutout. I like the way the weight of the blade works with the clutch lock. It's really, really damn good. Nice finger choil here. You don't have to use the finger choil. It's good in the hand like this. There's everything about this knife is just, it's just nailed. It is absolutely nailed. A perfect design from Sheepdog Knives, and one that has done very, very well for Kizer, and is one that is sticking around in my collection forever. Probably a couple different versions of it because I am a very, very big fan of it. Price starts at $59 and it goes up from there. The steels vary and the blade length is 3.15 inches. Just a perfect size knife. It's not a massive blade, but it's a wider blade. So it kind of feels and looks bigger than it really is, but it is a great piece. The Kizer Sheepdog at number 8. Now at number 7, we have another, this is where things got really, really hard. At number 7, we have the Kizer T1. And for a while, I would tell you the Kizer T1 is my favorite Kizer design ever. I love the thumb stud action. I like the simple but kind of striking design, the blade shape, the handle size, the pocket clip placement feels really good in hand. Everything about this knife is just nailed, and it's super affordable. $69 for this. You get a lot of quality, a lot of perfect action that you can either regular flip or middle finger flick. It's just so good. This is just a really good beer budget knife for me. Really, really like it. Now, these do get up to 175 depending on the versions you decide to go with. Blade steels will vary from 154 cm to S35 VN, and the blade length is 3.2 inches. But man, oh man, is this a stunner. So, so good. This is one of the knives, if I had to... I don't know. I shouldn't say it because I have it at 7, because I was going to say if I had to just keep 5 Kizer knives, I'd keep this, but clearly not. Clearly not. There's still one other knife that I would probably not keep because we haven't even got to the top 5 yet. So it's so hard ranking these Kizer knives because all of them, I want to keep all of them, but I can only really carry 1 or 2 at a time. Let's move on here. Number 6. The Kizer Original XL. I am going to specify the XL here. The regular Original is also very nice if you want a 3-inch blade. I would definitely recommend it. I have no issue with it. But the size of the XL just really, really hits home for me. 3.27-inch blade of 154 cm or S35 VN, depending on the model you go with. This is a titanium version with S35. And the prices range from $49 up to $149, again, depending on the version. So, and I would say, guys, if you don't want to spend $100 and some bucks, there is absolutely nothing wrong with any Kizer budget knife under $100. If you go the $59 or $69 route, you're going to get a knife that is every bit as good as the premium $100+ version. It's just going to have different materials. And depending on those materials, they may have a slightly different feel, but you're still getting a great knife and a phenomenal value. So don't get hung up on having to spend the most. That doesn't always mean you're getting something better. It means you're getting something different that is a little more expensive to manufacture. But it's just the truth because Kizer is so consistent with the quality in their knives. The Original XL is a banger coming in at number 6. Now number 5. This is where things are going to get a little strange. There's going to be a couple popping in here that people may not expect. And at number 5, this might be one of them. This is the Kizer Mystic, a design from my buddy Paul Munko, who has had some really good designs come out lately. I wanted to say late and later, and then my brain was like, lately. That's what we want to say here. We want to say lately. But man, oh man, thumb stud action, fantastic. Big knife here. We are looking at a 3.74-inch blade of Rex 45. This is the only Kizer model to ever use Rex 45. It is a tool steel. It can rust and patina a little, but you know what? It is one of the toughest steels out there. It is a great steel. Unless you live in a super humid, wet, sticky area, you don't have to worry about it. It's a great steel. It is still considered by a lot of people to be somewhat of a super steel on a folding knife. So great steel choice. $169. Now, unfortunately, I don't think you can really find these anywhere. You might be able to find them on the secondary. They may be in stock at a retailer here or there, but I have no idea where to look because the 2 places I looked, which was Kizer's website and Blade HQ, were out of stock of both of them. So I really have no idea where they could be. But I have a feeling Kizer will be making more of these. They sold out too quick and are too liked not to do another run. So Kizer, please do another run of the Mystic. It's a phenomenal knife. And it's number 5 on the list of my favorite Kizer knives. Now, number 4. Number 4 is the reason we have 16 knives, because I put this list together and I was looking at it and I sat there for 20 minutes just kind of rearranging some things and looking, and I thought, man, something's missing, but no, they're all here. We're good. And then yesterday morning I realized, okay, no, it's not all good because I forgot about this knife right here, the Kizer Veritas. The Kizer Veritas is coming in at number 4, and you're looking at a picture on a piece of paper because I can't find mine. I think I lost it. It's gone, and I'm pretty pissed off about that. But this is what it looks like. We have a price coming in at $62 up to $140. And what's really nice about this is they came out with budget versions. This is clearly a premium version that's going to be more along that $140 range. But for 62 bucks, you can get an amazing budget version of this knife, which is a beautiful thing. The steels are going to vary due to the price differences, and the blade length is 3.24 inches. Has a very nice front flipper, an excellent blade cutout, a lot of little details from the milling and just the overall ergos. It's a phenomenal knife. Highly recommend this. One of the best knives Kizer's ever made easily, and I love that they brought the budget versions out for everyone to put into their collection, because I'm sure those are selling well. I will be getting one myself because I just have to have a Veritas in my collection. For now, we're gonna have to settle with a piece of paper. This is the Kizer Veritas coming in at number 4, and it's a Jacob Lundquist design. That dude, he knows how to design a stinking knife. Now let's get into number 3, and number 3 is I guarantee number 3 is gonna surprise some people, but I love this knife. This is the Kizer Huntsman, and this thing, people complain about the blade shape. I have used this knife numerous times. I've carried it as much as any of my Kizers. It's a great blade shape. Yeah, it might be a little tricky to sharpen, but I don't care because I have so many freaking knives. It's a long time before any blade gets really dull to where I have to fully resharpen it. So I'm just not worried about that because the ergos on this thing are perfect. Some of the best ergos I've ever handled on a knife. Kizer, make more Huntsmans. I don't care if people complain about the blade shape, make more. They sold out so quick. And really what we could do, what I would actually think would be really cool to do here is kind of just have the blade come out a little more when it's fully closed. Maybe modify the blade shape to be more of some type of like a sheep's foot or drop point, something like that people would like. But this handle design is one of the best handle designs I have ever experienced. It is so comfortable. I love this nice wide pocket clip. It feels like it's not even there. This is an absolutely phenomenal knife. And if you missed out on it, I apologize because you should handle one of these. You really should. The middle finger flicking action on this thing, so stinking good. The thumb stud action on this, it rockets out. I mean, it absolutely rockets out. This is an amazing knife. And if Kizer doesn't make more, something's wrong there. Make more, make different blade shapes. I would like to see this somehow become the next Kizer Militaw with just all the different versions because it's just too good. I really love the Huntsman. It's coming in at $189 with S35 VN and a 3.82 inch blade. So a big knife, perfect ergos, perfect action. It's one of the best. The Kizer Huntsman at number 3. Now, number 2, this guy has some history on the channel. This is one of my overall Knife of the Year champions, and it's the Kizer Escort coming in at number 2. This guy ranges from $89 up to $109, 154 cm blade steel or 20 CV, depending on the version you get. 3.31 inch blade, and it's just a clean design. This is a Dirk Pinkerton design with a great crossbar lock. So satisfying, slicey blade, slightly thinner blade stock. I think that might be coming in at 111 thousandths. It might be 120 thousandths actually, I'm not sure. But man, oh man, it's kind of like a bigger Benchmade bug out with better action and a lot more affordable. And yes, that was a directed shot at Benchmade, and it's just too fun. But man, oh man, the Escort is just perfect. It is, I love Kizer's micarta. The burlap is to die for. It's just, it patinas so well. It's amazing. That is the Escort. The Escort could have easily been number 1. We'll always love the Escort. Highly recommend it to anyone who likes crossbar locking knives that are slightly bigger in size. But now we have to talk about number 1. And number 1 was the easiest decision on this entire list because I've said it before, and I will say it again right now. The Kizer Militaw is without a doubt the best design to ever come out of Kizer. And that says a lot because Kizer has had some amazing models. But now recently they've also came out with the Mini Militaw. So either one of these, if you want a bigger knife, go regular. If you want a small knife, go mini. They're just phenomenal. And these range anywhere from $50 up to $219. And there is an absolutely insane amount of versions to pick from, especially now after their latest release, where they released like 22 different Militaws, I think. It's insane, the options. This is probably my favorite one to date, though. Black DLC, gold dark matter carbon fiber. Perfect inlay. It's just the action on this thing is ridiculously smooth, and it's just everything about it. Everything about it is just very effortless. The front flipper is effortless, but it has a great detent, middle finger flicking, a dream. Everything about this guy is an absolute winner, and it all carries over into the mini version too. The mini version is lacking nothing from the full size with the exception of size. It's obviously a smaller knife, but the action is there. Maybe even a slightly better detent. I think that's just because it's a smaller knife. Usually smaller knives will tend to have crisper detents, and that's just because of, I don't know why, that's just the way things are, but it's a good thing. Love this guy. This is a really cool version. This is, I believe, bronze titanium with, what's the heavy metal? Zirconium, with zirconium inlays. It's an absolute stud muffin, but the Militaw in general, I said stud muffin. The Militaw in general is just the perfect Kizer model, in my opinion, and it is taking the top spot on the best Kizer knives of all time list. Let me know what you guys think, and to be eligible for this giveaway that we're about to talk about, I want you to comment your favorite Kizer model. That's it. Just comment your favorite Kizer model and say whatever else you want, but that will enter you to win these knives right here. We are talking about the Kizer Cryptid, a very nice budget button lock offering. And then we have two different Militaws. Now, I will say, I'm giving these away because I think that this inlay material is hideous. It's the ugliest thing Kizer's ever used on a knife, but they're still Militaws. They still have all the good ergos in action and all that good stuff. So they're still great knives. They are just a RIT dye job away from being awesome. So RIT dye this black, and you'll have two amazing knives. So you have the mini Militaw, the full-size Militaw. Let's get them down here because we've got 4 more knives to give away out here. Next up here, an oldie but a goodie, the Kizer Justice, and this is somewhat of a newer version with the red micarta, so that is going to be in the giveaway as well. And then this big hoss right here, the Kizer Mini Paragon, that's up for grabs, and this is all one package. I'm not going to give it away to 7 different people. One winner gets all these knives. Awesome ergos, big beastly blade. It's a fun one. It's a great one to carry on Halloween or any day, but it is just a fun knife. Next up here is out of my personal collection because you cannot get these anymore. This is the Kizer Gemini, but it's the thinner version with contoured micarta and a really, really nice inset liner lock. You cannot find these things anywhere. I have looked, you cannot find them, and it's out of my personal collection. I have a couple other ones that I decided to keep over this, and it's still kind of brand new. I mean, it's got some patinaing on the micarta, but the edge is in tip-top shape, and it's going to be one of yours. So there is the Gemini. We'll put that there. And last but not least, a little premium version. This is the Kizer Chili Pepper with toxic camo carbon button lock. So there you go, guys. All of these knives will be given away in one of the better giveaways on the channel, I think. I mean, you give away this many Kizer knives, I consider that a pretty epic giveaway. So all these knives will be one of yours. Comment with your favorite Kizer. And of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I put a lot of time into this video series, and it is paying off, though. I really appreciate everyone's support. I love bringing you guys the content, and I love doing these giveaways. I hope you're all enjoying it. So let me know what you guys think. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Good luck to everyone, and until the next one, I'm out.